job, man.
Thank you. I appreciate
Good stuff,
that.
man. Good
Thank
job.
you.
Check, check, check. Check, check, check. Check, check. Mic check, mic check. Mic check. Mic check. This is a WCSM presentation of women's college hockey. Good evening from Glitter Gulch. Las Vegas, Nevada is the site here of WWCHL action as we get ready to set up for the second of a doubleheader. The semifinals from this tournament, Colorado and Colorado State, the matchup, Arizona State taking on Midland on the opposite side of City National Arena. I'm Peyton Gallagher, and the city is often referred to as the city that never sleeps, and it'll be wide awake tonight as we have ACHA action after dark, 10:15 local time out here on the West Coast. But no bleary eyes out there on the ice. Colorado brings her unit to the floor, headed up by Renee Dreher, Sasha Maslowski, who missed the last game with an injury suffered in warm-ups, Caitlin Hanafy, Kendall Santelli, Melissa DePonio, and Natalie Warnes in between the pipes. For CSU, Alex Rita, Stephanie Talone, Kaylee Clements, Kristen Perry, Maria King, and Tegan Rise. And Rubber meets the road. We are underway. Win and advance as it's dumped to the left side of the ice. Colorado State skates down to get it. Maria King picks it up and starts to play it up the left wing, but Colorado is causing all kinds of problems in the back end as it flipped behind the crease to the right side, controlled by Rita. Now shot. Rita gave it away, fell into the path of number 22, DePonio, but right into the center mass of Tegan Rise, and that massive figure in between the sticks for Colorado State, standing at 5'11", pitching a great showing in an elimination game against Denver earlier today this morning, only conceding 2 goals, but both of them coming in the final seconds, and a quick shot on goal slapped. Just about saved by Rise as she sits down on the puck. Shot came from Dreher, and now a face-off from the right side. 19:28 to go here, 0-0 to score as we're getting things underway. Face-off won by Colorado, and they'll work down the right-hand side. Dolly takes it. She's checked back into the game, and now MacArthur, the team's captain, brings it up the right side behind the goal. Back to Dolly. And Daly brings it around the left-hand side, dumps it off for Dreher up there in the corner of the attacking zone, and play is blown dead. Waiting on the ruling as we have a line change here for Colorado. Coming on, McIver, Nunnally, number 9, Neffs, and number 6, that is Kieft. Maura Kieft scored 2 goals yesterday in a convincing win over GCU. Face-off between Rita and Nunnally, won by Colorado. MacArthur, Daly, Kieft, Nunnally, back to Kieft at the top of the zone, and out to Daly. Kieft setting it up left-hand side. Penalty play on now. 1:45 left in that for Colorado, who has a man up. Nunnally dumped off behind the goal. Squared across. Opportunity there for Colorado, but not capitalized upon. Colorado maintains possession on the right side. Puck behind the goal again with Nunnally. Nunnally squirts behind and leaves for Colorado's attacking player, McIver. McIver has a shot but is rejected by the post. Still on. Colorado controls. Kieft flips it down to the backboard, controlled by Nunnally. Colorado State trying to win the puck back. Alyssa Schmidt, who had come into the game a moment ago, squaring off for it, but she loses the battle. It's controlled by McIver. Now Nunnally down there on that left side, working on the block. Passes open to Ness. Ness thought about a shot, has it intercepted, and a breakaway coming up. Alyssa Schmidt on the run out. Goalie to beat, and she just misses wide. Maybe a fingertip from the senior goalkeeper, Natalie Warnes, and that misses left of the post. Both teams bringing on fresh bodies as Colorado attacks quickly. Here's Kieft, and Kieft puts it right into the body of Rise as Tegan Rise rises up and makes her 3rd save. High-flying action here so far as both these teams with contrasting styles. Colorado State looking to break out and get you on the counterattack. Colorado more content to sit down and play their offensive game, and those are converging here early on as the faceoff is won by Colorado. Behind for DePonio. Colorado State clustering in that right-hand corner, but able to get out of trouble is the Colorado player to Hanafy, and now out to the top. That's Dreher, and now to the left side for MacArthur. Shot blocked by Kristen Perry, the captain, was still on. Taken by Kathleen Ash. Shot saved, and Colorado retains possession once more. MacArthur skates out to the left side. Backtracking, has a long shot, nearly redirected, but Rise scoops it up out of the ice. A whistle blows. Colorado retreats to their end. And we're going to have some changes for Colorado, rolling a lot of different lines here early on. They came out with a different top six than they rolled yesterday, but already resorting to the regular tricks is head coach Ashley Rebick. She's dove in to her bench and rotated things heavily. Colorado State wins the faceoff, but trying to turn around was Amanda Seltzer, and Seltzer can't hang on to it. Colorado State working back into their own zone. Bad giveaway. Colorado may have an opportunity here. MacArthur will shoot. Saved well by Rise, but MacArthur gets it back. Skating into the middle. Saved again by Rise. The puttered out shot. MacArthur somehow scoops it up again and plays it behind the goal. Zumzile retains it for Colorado. She's double teamed and loses the puck. Alex Rita crowding out the Colorado player, and now she gives way on a pass to Alyssa Schmidt, who brings it around the right side. But intercepted in the middle third by Maya Neffs, who nearly gives it away once more. Pressure being applied by Megan Johnston, and Colorado State wins it in the middle third as a line change comes on for Colorado. Skating forward is number 18. That's Maria King, and she runs into trouble. Colorado sandwiching her on the boards behind the goal. Colorado State still trying to get this puck back, though, on the attacking third, and they might just do it. Well played by Colorado State. And the ladies in green doing a good job here of not allowing this puck to escape the third of Colorado. Behind the net now, Maya Neffs. Colorado State changes their lines, and now Colorado will try and relieve some of the tension. Going forward is Maslowski. Maslowski will dump it down so that Colorado can change their lines as well. 15:25 left to go here in the first period. It's been fast, and that's intercepted in the middle of the ice by Kieft, and Kieft put too much on it. Swerves wide of the post. Kieft gets it back behind the goal, brings it out to the left side, skating past everybody, has a shot point blank range, but yet again Rise up to the occasion, and it's blocked away and sent down to the other end. No icing called here. Actually, they will bring it back, and we'll spot this one up in the face-off circle. Over on the other side of the ice, the Warriors of Midland up already 2-0 on Arizona State after the first period, so they're off to a flying start. We expected Colorado and Midland to be the two teams that emerged from the field to play in the championship game with a chance to go to Dallas and play for a national championship, and it looks like we might be well on our way to getting half of that matchup as Midland playing very well. Face-off won by Colorado, now behind the net. Munnelly, a scrap for it at the right post, somehow pops free, shot again, saved by Rise again. And how do you do? Players falling all over themselves. Not only has it deflected at the last second by Rita, and then put away. Finally, after an absolute moment of chaos in the crease, somebody was able to emerge from the pile, and Nunnally is the one who pokes it in, much to the chagrin to the faithful here supporting Colorado State. And we have our first goal, 1-0 Colorado. And face-off at center ice. Colorado State comes away and tries to find a quick answer. And they're going to make Warrens work, but not too hard, as Colorado had defenders back and forced the attacking player, which was Talone, off the puck, and it rolled harmlessly into the goaltender's glove. And a face-off on the left-hand side here between MacArthur and Talone, and it's won by MacArthur. Check that. That's actually Julia Desart. She flips it off the board to the left-hand side, and MacArthur comes out of the pile with it. Skating in a circle, a pirouette from MacArthur to get out of trouble. She passes across ice to Daly, and Daly dumps it down to the other side. And Colorado State really scrambling as Colorado will beat them to this puck in the left corner. Julia Desart prevents an offside as A clearance attempt from Colorado State is intercepted, and now working down on the left corner is Maria Daly. Daly gives way to MacArthur. MacArthur with some space behind the goal. Looked for a wraparound initially, but now will pass off to Dessart. Dessart at the left top part of the zone and will shoot from the blue line and befuddle Rise. And a 1-2 combo from Colorado as they've scored their second. A beautiful shot from the stick of Julia Dessart. And you see the graphic light up there with 13:42 left here in this first period. Colorado has hopped out on the front foot, 2-0 in this Rocky Mountain showdown. Two familiar foes. They met 3 times in the regular season. Colorado taking all 3 matchups, winning by a combined tally of 29-0. And it doesn't look like anything has changed so far in this winner-go-home semifinal matchup as Colorado is back on the prowl behind the net after winning the face-off. Scooped up by Leeson. Harriet Leeson takes it around. Now gives way to Santelli. Santelli skating with no pressure applied to her. Eventually is forced to pass, though, to Maslowski in front of goal, who has a shot from the left corner deflected by Rise, and a breakout coming 2-on-2 for Colorado State. But a great poke check from Hanafy, who jarred it loose, and Colorado will push it into the attacking zone. Intercepted, but some bad skating in the back end from Colorado. A cluster of chaos, and Colorado State will break across the blue line into center ice. Battling for it right at the scorer's table, number 10, that's Dreyer, the Colorado State player, and it's popped out across the ice. Now off the board, brought down well by Nunnally. Nunnally skating ahead on the right side, now chucks it behind the goal, chased down by Kieft. Kieft will bring it all the way around the world, back out to the left top-hand side, and finds Nunnally all by her lonesome behind the goal in the left corner. Nunnally give and go. Passed off to the middle. Shot. Nunnally set up the play. Dessart had the shot. It's saved by Rise, but the attack is still on as Nunnally tracks down the miss. And now a quick little handoff to McIver. But a bad pass gets away from Kieft, and she's going to have to race down into her own defensive end to go get this one. Colorado gets back into the middle third to prevent an offside. Nunnally taps this one ahead into the attacking zone, but it's going to be tracked down by Rita behind her own goal. But a bad clearance from Rita is intercepted again. Neffs had a shot veering wide the entire time. Line change on for Colorado as the puck is in the right corner with 11:49 left to go here in this first period. Neffs intercepts at center ice. She surveys and tries to purvey a good pass, but gets away from everyone trying to hook up with Zumzala, who is not looking. But a Colorado State skater was also not paying attention, and it's intercepted by Daly. Daly passes up to MacArthur, trying to play the through ball. MacArthur by herself, back to Daly in the middle. Saved initially by Rise, still on. Skating away from her is that puck. Rise is on the ground. She trips a player for Colorado. Unintentionally, though, Colorado State tries to get away. They do not. A moment to catch their breath. Colorado State is given as they get the puck behind their own net, and Colorado changes the lines. Now Colorado State will ice this one so they can potentially think this situation over. They were dangerously close to conceding a third goal right there, and that could have been a backbreaker. 3-goal deficit, certainly hard to come back from, especially against a team as good as Colorado. And despite a couple semi-decent chances from Colorado State, Colorado is dominating the run of play as they are up 2-0 with 11 minutes and 4 seconds left to go in the period as we had to face off in the right-hand bottom circle. Colorado State will take over. Colorado have a long shot and picked up off the ice by Rise. Colorado State, that time Caitlin Hanafy, and Colorado, I should say, having no trouble taking long shots. If you look up at the scoreboard right now, you'll see it quite the discrepancy as Colorado is out shooting Colorado State 12-0. Now Colorado tracking down the puck in the right-hand corner. Renee Dreyer. And Dreyer will bring it all the way around. Whistle shrills at 10:44. And we'll re-rack at that left-hand face-off circle. I think there's going to be a penalty play coming up here for Colorado. Actually, a double minor. Both teams with players suspended here, and it's going to be 4-on-4 hockey for the next 2 minutes as we cross the Meridian line in the first period. Colorado up 2-0. Facing off for Colorado, Maura Kieft. For Colorado State, it's number 13, Kaylee Clements, and it's controlled by Colorado initially, but strong from Colorado State as they try to ward off pressure, but intercepted by Colorado. An opportunity to shoot, but right into the chest. McIver was all by herself on the left-hand side as Colorado State's defense was scrambling to get back into the play. But good positioning from the big body of Tegan Rise as she got in the way of that shot and intercepted it, chewing that out. And the score holds at 2-0. Face-off won by Colorado. Back out for Dessart. Dessart has her shot blocked from the blue line. And up into the netting here above the boards, which will rule the play dead. And a minute 42 remains on the power play as new bodies come on for Colorado State. Skating on for them, Megan Johnston and Allie Litzinger will go back to the face-off circle, and Colorado will try to continue their dominance from this position as they've won every face-off to this point. Back out, won by Colorado again, Ness. Ness bounces one off the board to Kieft, and now back out to Sart, skates into the middle of the ice, has a shot from the blue line again, and again peters out at the feet of Tegan Rise, who stops that puck in the ice, and will have yet another face-off. These schools separated by only 55 miles down I-25, familiar foes. But Colorado has been the far better team here so far and throughout the course of the season, ranked in the top 10 and on their way to trying to play for a championship here in the Western Conference of Collegiate Hockey for women as they control the puck once more in the left corner. Hard hit from Colorado State. Jars the puck off the stick of Leah MacArthur, but Colorado has buddies there to help. Now out to the left-hand side, squared off and intercepted by Colorado, but then right back by MacArthur, who used her skate to pick it off. Not only spins in a circle, she's hit hard, trying to find the puck and put it in. Not much consistent play here from either team as it's just a scramble right now in front of the net. Colorado State right now looks like they poked an angry beehive as Colorado swarms continually through the first 10 minutes in front of their goal. Again, up 2-0 as we cross the minute mark in this power play, and we're on the back half of it. Colorado still with the possession on the right-hand corner. Tapped away by Colorado State defender, but right into the path of Kieft, who bounced one off the post, making the post sing. But Colorado still determined to score. Kieft slides down with another opportunity to shoot. Didn't get it off. Colorado State fighting for their lives. Clemens trying to clear, and finally Colorado will. Alex Rita the one to send the puck to the other end, and icing is whistled as Colorado State has no answer at the moment, just getting peppered, now being outshot 14-0. Again, I repeat, on the other end of the ice here in City National Arena, the home of the Las Vegas Golden Knights, their practice facility graciously loaned to this tournament for the weekend. Arizona State trails Midland 2-0 as Colorado State finally wins a faceoff, but immediately has it plucked away by MacArthur, who's been very active on the offensive end as of late. MacArthur skating by one, using her hip to body off the defensive player, plays in for Daly, and Daly has her shot petered out again, and now a counterattack for Colorado State. Shots off and saved. Best chance of the night for Kaylee Clements, but well-to-do was Natalie Warren. She makes a save, the first shot of the night for Colorado State, but the counterattack might be on for Colorado. Quick line change, has this puck deflected back as Megan Johnson hopped over the board and popped it down behind the Colorado net, but they're going to let them play on. No icing called. 8:26 left to go here in the first period. Skating out of her own end is Hanafi, but she'll turn back, play into the middle, has it popped up by Kieft. Colorado with a line change. Nunnally somehow comes up with a puck and will scoop it down so she can get off the ice and reorganize with her team. Power play is over. We're back to 5-on-5, but currently Colorado unaware of that with only 4 skaters on. And a whistle shrills, which blows the play dead, and a discussion will follow as Colorado has no idea really what's going on. Neither do I. Colorado State over there to argue their case as Kristen Perry, the captain, wants to talk to the officials who are having a conference here on the left-hand side. The 2 officials here today talking things over and trying to decide exactly what they should do here about this situation. with 7 minutes and 59 seconds left to go here. Just a shade under 8 minutes to play in the first period. Again, Peyton Gallagher here on the call for you for WCSN in this WWCHL semifinal game between Colorado and Colorado State. Colorado winning both their games on Friday to get to this point. Colorado State having to win one earlier against a very short-handed Denver squad in the morning set in order to assure their place in the knockout stage of this tournament. They've gotten here. Doesn't really look like they showed up for the game, though, as they've been absolutely dominated so far. The shot discrepancy is pretty sobering, 14-1 in favor of Colorado, and that has rendered a 2-0 lead for the Buffaloes. And we're still talking this one over as the officials are talking to the captains, Renee Dreyer and Kristen Perry. We'll step aside for a moment and hopefully come back with resolution. Listening to WCSN, coverage of women's college hockey. Play back underway here from City National Arena here in scenic Las Vegas, Nevada, as women's hockey coverage continues here on WCSN. Peyton Gallagher on the call for you as Colorado has soared out to an early 2-0 lead on Colorado State. We just sorted out an officiating crisis, it seemed like, as play was stopped for a couple minutes. All in all, though, when it's all said and done, 5-on-5 hockey ended with a face-off. Colorado State actually won this one, and it's on the right-hand side. Colorado befuddled, trying to clear the puck out of their own zone, and Colorado State sets up their set offense for the first time in a long time as Kristen Perry is in trouble and has it plopped out of her reach by Santelli, who pushes it all the way to the other end. And actually, I spoke too soon, as Colorado has been ruled to have committed a foul, and they are on the power play. Colorado State is with 1:20 left on that clock. Colorado with 4 skaters right now. CSU trying to take advantage and stab some momentum back for themselves. Shot lingers wide by Kaylee Clements, trying to hit it from just inside the blue line. Now Clements will get a redirect pass coming there from Kruger. Still on for CSU and the Rams as it's intercepted behind the goal by Hanafy. And Hanafy tries to clear and into the middle third as Colorado State retreats to regather themselves. And now, as the line change happens, trying to hook up with Megan Johnston was the intended pass, but Johnston blew a tire trying to go a little bit faster than their skates could carry her. She lost the puck, and now Colorado may have something to say. Skating up the right side on the counterattack, trying to redirect it into the middle with a squared-off pass was Morgan McIver, but left it a little bit too close to the goaltender for the Rams as Rise jumped on that one and makes her 13th save already here with 6 minutes and 33 seconds left to go here in the first period. Puck batted up in the air along the right-hand board. Colorado State comes away with it, pass in the middle third into the attacking third. Good find from Johnston, but it couldn't be hung on to by Wengroth of CSU, and now Colorado takes it. Colorado State wins it back, though, and right in front of the net is Wengroth, who is using her body to try and inch around the defender, trying to screen a little bit there as she caught that pass at her stick. But again, Warren shuts the door, and Wengroth ran out of space to make a play happen. 12 seconds on the power play as we go to the face-off circle once more. Colorado State wins it, but it's intercepted, cut out. Colorado, Mariah Daly, and Mariah Daly has got one to beat. Daly is bumped, and coming out of the crease is Rise to play a pass ahead for her offense. The sweeper-keeper tactic working there for CSU perfectly as they get an attack out of this. A good play by Rise. All the way around the boards, though, without being touched, and now CSU will drop back into the middle third, and a whistle blows here. So it's gotten a little bit chippy as of late, and we've got another double penalty, a double major this time. 2 minutes as a little scrum happened there between MacArthur and number, I believe, 16, Allie Litzinger. Trying to get clarification on that number there, but it looks like we're going to be in a 4-on-4 situation for the next 2 minutes. 5:44 left to go here in the first frame from Las Vegas, Nevada. And actually the official decision there is Mariah King, the captain for CSU, is going to be the one headed into the timeout box, and we'll drop it at the blue line circle here on the left-hand side. Colorado State heading to the left, to the right, Colorado on your radio dial. And this is on the CSU side of things as Colorado State battles for a face-off that they won. Stick goes flying. That's belonging to Katie Hurley, and Colorado tracks it down in the backhand corner as CSU tries to regather themselves. Pass off the boards, beautifully placed in front of McIver, in the path of her, but McIver can't quite control it. Gets away from her. Back off the boards. And Colorado wins it. McIver again regaining her own mistake. Now Dreyer trying to battle for the puck. She stands straight up, trying to signal to the official that there was no wrongdoing done by her there. Batted up in the air. Dreyer comes away with it on the right-hand side, tries to play it into the middle, but it's blocked by Arito, who's been everywhere for CSU. And now skated out is Keith. Keith works all the way, running in a C across the face of goal before finally sending a shot in front of Rise. Rise doesn't do anything about it. Played off to the right-hand side, where it's controlled by McIver. McIver with space, has a shot, saved again. Now Keith gets the rebound. Keith trying to use that frame to put one back in play, misses the left post. McIver dumps off for Keith behind the crease, trying to go 1-2. Keith couldn't hook up with McIver. Keith muscles off a defender, CSU player on the ice, as she brings it out to the right side and exits from behind the goal. Backs down, lays off right at the blue line for Hannafy. Hannafy brings it forward, dekes out a couple, plays it into the middle. Shot opportunity, saved again. And this time it's blocked by Rita as the rebound was collected by McIver. She had a go. And Colorado still with the puck with 4 minutes and 10 seconds left. They change their lines, so will CSU. Dumped out behind the goal and an icing called. And with 22 seconds left on the double major penalty, a couple new bodies, new faces on for CSU as Talone and number 13, Kaylee Clements, back out there for CSU, along with number 14, Kristen Perry, and actually a double penalty coming up with 2 minutes left on the clock. Illegal procedure by Darby Easterday puts CSU in a bind in a 3v4. 20 seconds left on the first power play before it becomes a 5-on-4, and a shot is taken by Santelli. She can't connect. Colorado again getting their own miss back. Played out Hannafy, right-hand side, redirected. Daly saved, scramble for it. Colorado comes away with it. But CSU swoops in at the last moment and just shoots it down, pumping it down the board. No icing called here. CSU scrambling into the attacking zone, trying to catch their breath. Line change catches them off guard, though, and an opportunity for DePonio to break out. She plays behind the goal. DePonio trying to chase the puck. Gathering it is Clements, and Clements will skate away from DePonio. Clements with a deke is tripped up. Moaning and groaning from the CSU faithful as they thought there was a foul, and I can't say I disagree. CSU really battling for the puck now, though, energized, and now they've got an opportunity to break out, just missing the stick of Seltzer there. as she skates into the corner, and Colorado's defense recovers. Now with Dessart, who plays up the right-hand wing, and now it's a one-on-one. Going ahead full speed is Keith, beats the defender. Man on the ground, Keith dangles it and scores! One of the best goals you'll see in this tournament, as Keith played a nasty trick on Tegan Rise and scores the third. And Colorado, the Buffaloes, all over their in-state rival here with 2:45 left to go, and Tegan Rise is incensed back there talking to her defender. She was left on a lonely island, and it got even lonelier as she had to pick the puck up out of the back of her net. 3-0 now, the score. Again, to reiterate, with 2:45 to go, the shot disparity absolutely harrowing, 17-2 in favor of Colorado. And Colorado will eventually win the faceoff. Skating forward is Neffs, and Neffs plays a beautiful pass to Santelli, and Santelli down the left-hand side squares it off, poked away initially, but now another battle in front of the goal, and coiling up on it like a roly-poly was Tegan Rise as she clenched her glove around the puck, finally able to secure one of those. It's been a mad dash in front of Tegan Rise, her life flashing before our eyes multiple times throughout the course of this one, as the 19th shot of the night for Colorado is picked up. That faceoff will be underway, 5-on-5 again for CSU, as the power play finally is finished. Quick shot off the faceoff for Maslowski, saved by Rise again, but Colorado still on here. Bad pass, Rita will take over, but a bad pass from Rita trying to dish it out of the zone is picked off by Dessart. And Dessart trying to do it by herself, finally met by a CSU defender down on that left-hand block. Saved at the blue line by Maslowski, down inside for Dessart. And Dessart will come out here as CSU takes over, and an opportunity to break out for CSU, 2v2. Skating forward hard is Clements. Colorado gets a line change on, though. Deters the quick shot. Now Kristen Perry with the puck on the left-hand side, trying to conjure up some offense and some answer for CSU as it's played behind the goal to the right side. Across the crease and off the board, and Colorado is the one who wins it. A beautiful piece of dribbling by Maya Neffs, and now MacArthur skating ahead with a full head of steam. Past two defenders, still on Maya MacArthur. And MacArthur finally just runs out of time as she was dribbling up the ice between two defenders, just hanging on to the puck like a magnet, was in the end of her stick. Eventually saved by Rise, and Leah MacArthur with another sensational piece of stick handling as the 20th shot of the night for Colorado does not yield a goal. MacArthur finds herself alone in the middle of the ice, but it's saved as between the two face-off spots, MacArthur sat, picked her spot, but fired center mass, and Tegan Rise with another save. That'll be her 18th. Minute 15 left to play here in the first period. Dolly wins the face-off, passes to MacArthur. MacArthur has another whack, but another great save by Tegan Rise. And these two are standing toe-to-toe in the middle of the ring right now, as you see the battle on display, the game within the game between MacArthur and Rise at the moment. Rise wins the faceoff for Colorado. Pass back in the zone to Hannafy. Hannafy tries to dump it down the right-hand side to Daly. Daly into the middle. Pass poked out, though, by Colorado State, and they'll push it into the middle third. Colorado gets back on side. The pass picked off as Colorado is trying to initiate the attack, but given right back. An opportunity here with numbers. Daly squares it off for Zumzile. Zumzile can't finish. Puck up for grabs. Played behind the goal down to the left-hand side. Bouncing off the board. And a clearance attempt from Colorado State is again plucked away by Colorado. Here's Kieft. Kieft already with one goal to her name. Out to the left. Fire scores! Have a day! Maura Kieft with her second, and it's 4-0. An absolutely electric performance from Maura Kieft and her Colorado Buffaloes. And this one's getting ugly here in the first period. 32 seconds left to play in the frame. 24 shots already for Colorado as they are laying into Colorado State. And CSU just hanging on, wanting to get into the intermission without having conceded another. They are battered and bruised. Colorado looking like a finely trained stallion right now, running roughshod over their in-state rival. And again, another giveaway on their own end as Morgan McIver picks it off. 14 seconds left now as Nunnally skates out, gives way to Desart at the top of the zone. Desart takes a long shot, deflected away by Rise. Up for grabs, 5 seconds, 4, 3, 2. Nobody's going to have a shot, and that's how this one will end. The first period, all Colorado in the black and gold are punching their way to punching their ticket for a championship bid here at the WWCHL playoffs from Las Vegas. About 15 minutes left before we get action back underway here on WCSN. Again, Peyton Gallagher for you on the call. We'll be right back. Thank you for tuning in. Buckling up for second period action here from Las Vegas, Nevada, as we continue our coverage of the WWCHL playoffs here on WCSN. I'm Peyton Gallagher, and Colorado State is our matchup today, in which Colorado was absolutely and completely demonstrative in their throttling of CSU in the first period, outscoring them by a total of 4-0. And with just about 20 seconds before we square this one back off, the scoreboard reads 4-1 and has given CSU a shot that they did not take, as the shot disparity was 25-2 as we left things off in the first period. So I'm going to try to figure out what's going on with that. For the time being, I am going to spot CSU the goal. Well, actually, it is taken off right now as we are at the center ice for the face-off, and Colorado State's got to dig deep here and find some answers, or risk getting absolutely embarrassed in a win-or-go-home game. Face-off won by Colorado, but a whistle brings things back, and we retract to the right-hand face-off circle on Colorado State's defensive end. Now CSU will be attacking from left to right, and the inverse for Colorado, right to left for them, and Colorado wins this face-off initially, but CSU skates out ahead of the puck and takes it back. Now down the left-hand board. Dumped back in behind the goal, and now speared away by CSU, and they try to play out of their own third, but it's intercepted trying to connect on the pass, and now Santelli will have a shot. Deflected high and wide by Rise, and Tegan Rise with another save. A long shot, swerving, nearly bounced in off the foot of Leeson. Still on for Colorado, though, as it's flicked behind the boards on the left-hand side. Now Leeson with it on the left. Nearly stuck away by Colorado. They can't convert. CSU tries to get away on the breakaway. Big collision there at center ice as the puck falls back into the defensive zone of CSU, and they try to get back on top of things as it's flicked forward down behind the Colorado goal. No icing called. Line change on for CSU, and it's arriving late. And it's going to play MacArthur on one-on-one with the keeper, Tegan Rise. MacArthur! How do you do? The back of the net. That one with eyes for the goal the entire way. And things just going from bad to worse here early on for CSU at the start of the second period with 18:37 left to go. The score now 5-0 in favor of Colorado. At this rate, they're going to break our scoreboard before we even get into the third period. CSU wins the face-off initially, but it's flicked out to Colorado, and they'll dump it into the zone. Neff's playing diagonally. On the end of the pass is Daly, and she plays behind the boards. A 1-2 from Neff to Daly on that left-hand side. Now Daly skates into the middle of the arena. Down the right-hand side, Dessart. Dessart plays back in for Daly. Daly on the right-hand corner. Pass deflected into the path of MacArthur. MacArthur will try to square it off behind the boards. Good little action here from Colorado. Daly with an opportunity, and out of the crease flies Tegan Rise to defer this one out of Colorado's grasp, and is played back into the white and gold defensive zone as CSU extends their pressure and tries to get something going. Lackadaisical effort getting back from CSU as Zumzile attacks the zone, but she just dumps it out so that Colorado can change their lines. 27-2 the shot disparity right now between these two teams. Behind the goal is Kristen Perry. She gets out of trouble, making a pass first to Maria King. Colorado at the blue line, though, fends it off and wins it back. Big collision, trying to flick it on. A redirect from DePonio. Ends up in the back of the goal. A whistle blew beforehand. Tegan Rise made the save and tied it up for long enough. And I think CSU may have even saved a goal here, but conceded potentially a power play. I'm trying to gather what's going on here. Actually, just a regular run-of-the-mill line change as CSU brings on 3 fresh skaters to try and deal with this Colorado attack as they just keep coming and coming in waves. Tegan Rise trying to catch her breath for a moment as we head to the faceoff circle as Talone actually wins this one for CSU. CSU been better from the faceoff circle so far here in the second frame. Talone wins the puck for a moment, but it's intercepted by Keith. Keith pokes it away and now skates all around in a zigzag formation before dumping it down to the left-hand side and played into the middle. A dangerous shot, nearly somehow from behind the goal. Maslowski was able to play it in off the backside of the goaltender, but very good awareness there from Tegan Rise, using her peripheral vision to locate the puck and get on top of it before it gets scored into the goal. Back to the faceoff circle we go. This time won by Colorado, played into the middle. Arid pass just gets away from the Colorado offensive player. Picked up by Clements. Clements trying to do something, beaming down that right-hand side. A 1-2 played off for Talone, and Colorado picks it off and plays diagonally down into the right corner. Icing call, chasing after it was Maria King. She was not able to arrive in time, at least not in a fashion satisfactory to the man wearing stripes, as he picks up the puck and skates all the way down to the opposite side of the ice, the right-hand corner, as Colorado State is on offense now. 5-0 the score. Colorado in the driver's seat with 16 minutes and 43 seconds left to go. Colorado trying to get their third shot on goal. A battle for it down the right-hand board, kept in the offensive zone, but to no avail as Keith finds the puck at the end of her stick. Bad pass from her, though, is picked off in the center third, and this one is batted up over the heads of the Colorado State bench players right here as it flies out of the rink and out of play. Colorado will bring on a full new unit as MacArthur, Daly, I believe Dreyer, number 2 Desarts, and number 13 Zumzile are the players on for Colorado. Of course, between the pipes remains Natalie Lawrence, who's been steadfast this entire tournament. That puck drops down in front of the face of Litzinger, and she wasn't even ready for it for CSU as Colorado effortlessly wins the faceoff. CSU trying to get an offensive possession going, though, getting touches on the puck. Colorado playing from side to side like a game of Pong right now in their own defensive zone, and dangerously so, as Johnston throws her shoulder in and almost wins it back for CSU, and might have, but at the last second, MacArthur skates in, and now she may be off to the races, skating by 1, now 2, behind the goal. MacArthur looking for a pass, can't quite square it off as it evades 2 Colorado players trying to get on the end of that, and now back in the defensive third for Colorado as Desart goes behind her own goal before passing to the right-hand side for Dreyer. Dreyer ahead, finds Maslowski, who's been a big factor here today after not playing at all in their win, Colorado's versus GCU. An absolute demolition in that game, and much of the same as Colorado's stoutest test to this point continues to be ASU in their first game, which the score was 3-1, and ASU had a chance in that one, just couldn't quite find what they needed to at the end, and currently, to my knowledge, ASU continues to trail, trying to get a second shot at Colorado. But right now, Colorado looks like they're well on their way to the championship game of this tournament. CSU retreats to gather the puck, nearly stolen away in the defensive third, and a whistle blows that halts play here. The Colorado players circle the official like sharks. Face-off coming up here. 5-on-5, still what we're playing with as Colorado wins the face-off as his pass back to Neffs. Now Keefs, and just a flick on from DePonio will allow Colorado to change lines here a little bit as they continue to hound CSU on their own end, hunting in packs, and they win the puck back once more as Neffs plays down that left-hand border. Across the face of the ice, Nunnally on the right side, now behind the goal, playing across the crease, and Nunnally with no contest will get to the puck, but at the last moment swooping in was Sarah Walter. She wins it back for CSU, and now CSU is trying to break the press from Colorado with a line change on. Great pass played. Colorado defender falls, Neffs, but she gets back to her feet to a chorus, a cacophony of stick taps in the Colorado bench as she makes a great effort, play it back there by herself to get back into the frame and win the puck back. Now Colorado on offense. Puck played into the middle third as Colorado dumps it back to CSU and just changes lines once more. Colorado dangerous now, only 2 skaters on. Played onside, breakout opportunity. Skating in from the bench was number 16, Hannafy, and she breaks up any possible opportunity for CSU there with the numbers not in the favor of Colorado, and this is going to be played back for an icing but not called. Colorado ruled that they were going to be let to play on And it may actually help out CSU as Clemens is again one-on-one. She'll have a shot from just inside the blue line on the right-hand side. Missed, but rebound falls to CSU. Played back in by the captain, Kristen Perry. Now Clemens will get on in on the right-hand side behind the crease. Falls to Colorado, though, and Zumzile. Couple taps from a cluster of Colorado players as MacArthur finds herself on the end of things once more. CSU pokes it away back into the middle third. Trying to locate the puck, or both teams, as Colorado finally emerges. Nunnally to Daly, now back into the middle for Hannafy. Hannafy has a shot. She flies wide as you hear the percussive blast of the puck rattling off the board, but CSU is still with their backs against the wall. Colorado, Daly tries to square it off, back into the middle. Open goal is missed. Hannafy just by a second. Big collision. Colorado fans and faithful not happy with the decision for no whistle there. And we actually make it a late whistle. Colorado player skating over to that area. And I think it's going to be a power play coming up here for Colorado as a tripping is called on Maria King, and that's already her second major foul here in this one. We'll head back to the center circle once more with 13 minutes and 2 seconds left to go here in the second period from Las Vegas. Face-off is won by Colorado. Colorado back out to Kieft. Now Nav Kieft. 1-2 across the blue line. Now into that left corner that Colorado has liked so much here. McIver, who's back on, skates around the defense. No contest. Will have a shot from about 5 feet out. Saved, and then the redirect from Sart is also corralled by Tegan Rise, and that even gets an ovation from some of the Colorado faithful here as Tegan Rise is putting on a show between the pipes for CSU. There just hasn't been much else to go along with it. The 5'11" goaltender from Arvada, Colorado, doing her best to keep her team in this game. Face-off won by Colorado into Sart. Now to the left blue line corner as Keith skates forward already with 2 goals, was looking for a third, just puts it high, fizzling out, but Colorado's still on the attack. Desart back to the right-hand corner for Keith, who skates by one, attacks into the center of the ice before having a shot. That's gloved again by Tegan Rise as she makes her 27th save already with just about halfway to go in the second period. 12:20 to be precise. 5-0 the score. Colorado on top of CSU in this WWCHL semifinal matchup. Face-off won by Colorado initially, but it leaks out back on the defensive end as CSU continues to try and kill this penalty. Minute 9 left in that. And a whistle halts play. CSU will regather and bring on some fresh faces. And a fresh penalty will be put in play here as Colorado has a player sent off, and the time being is Renee Dreher will be in the timeout box taking her seat on the pine, and 4-on-4 for about the next minute. Minute 5 left for Colorado on theirs as MacArthur skates ahead of everybody at the last moment, though. Schmidt pokes it out. Does enough to destabilize MacArthur before eventually tracking it down in the corner and winning it back for CSU. And now a scrum 2-on-2, 2 players for each team trying to vie for it. Colorado State finally wins it. Wengroth plays ahead, a big collision, and Colorado emerges. Back across center ice, late arriving stick from Alyssa Schmidt. Puts it away, now Colorado retreats to their own end. MacArthur flicks it forward, and now with 21 seconds left on the Colorado power play and a minute 12 left on the CSU one, another whistle will stop things. Gives Colorado a chance to bring on some fresh players, new skaters. It'll be Nunnally, Keith, McIver, and I believe trying to spot the number behind that ponytail. I believe that's Caitlin Hannafy. Face-off won by Colorado. And the ladies from Boulder may have an opportunity to score here as they cross the ice diagonally. Good stick handling from Keith, looking for that hat trick by 2, but Keith just pushed it wide of the goal. Gets it back though, and then another whistle. Stops things. Has been kind of herky-jerky the last couple minutes. And another penalty for Colorado State. So soon as they were about to get an advantage with only 2 seconds left on the Colorado penalty, they give up another one, another double major for Darby Easterday. That's her second, and she'll be in the penalty box. And it'll be 4-on-4 for another minute. 50 seconds left on this penalty for CSU. Long shot from Keith is deflected. Another save from Rise. CSU trying to break out. They cannot. Another smothering effort from Colorado to get on top of the puck, and it's dumped down for an icing call. So we remain 4-on-4 with number 10 Dreyer for Colorado and number 29 Easterday in the box for each respective team. Easterday of CSU, and the icing will bring the puck down to the opposite end. Facing off will be Nunnally and Talone. Talone has been very effective in these face-off situations, but Nunnally quicker to the draw there and wins it back for Colorado. Some adept skating by Keith before making the pass to Nunnally up the left-hand side. Here goes Nunnally. 2-on-1 Nunnally looking for options. Nobody's going to come out to contest her, but she flicks the shot high and wide, trying to chip the goaltender, Tegan Rise. Colorado ends up on the end of it, though, as they head back into the middle third. And now they dump it down behind the goal. No icing called as they change lines. Colorado does, and CSU will try to do something with it, but it's picked off. Here's Keith again. She's been absolutely everywhere. Keith crosses the ice beautifully for Daly. Daly on the left-hand side, now to the right, back to Keith. 1-2, Keith has a shot. Actually a pass. MacArthur has the initial blast. Tegan Rise makes a save, but too many Buffaloes in the area, and finally poked home by Mariah Daly, and that's 6 goals to no goals as Colorado is back ahead with another one on the scoreboard, the 6th of the night for the Buffs. And as we close in on the meridian point here in the period, 10:01 to play, it's all Colorado. Not much to analyze, not much to look at. You can make all the merriment and hyperbole you want about how this has gone, but at the end of the day, this has just been a plain old-fashioned beatdown. Colorado, one of the best teams in the country, and they have shown it. 6-0 as CSU wins the faceoff, skating ahead with a furious Wengroth into the left-hand corner. Now a battle for the puck. Good effort there in recovery by Maya Ness as she wins it back. Now MacArthur on the left-hand side. MacArthur trying to get out of trouble. She does to Daly. Mariah Daly plays off to her partner MacArthur. A 1-2. MacArthur across the ice. Beautiful play. Hooks up with Zumzile. Zumzile down the left-hand side. Lays off MacArthur again. MacArthur surveys. Looks for a pass into the middle. Daly! An absolutely gorgeous sequence by Colorado, but saved by Tegan Rise, who had other ideas. Raining on the parade as CU changes the full unit, a platoon swap as all 5 skaters are changed out for the Buffaloes. One of the best plays of the day so far is going from end to end, coast to coast, Colorado did, without even being interrupted in their passing. It looked like Colorado State might as well have not been out there. CSU wins the faceoff as it's batted back behind the net. Colorado, though, rallying to the puck and winning it back. Mazowski is between two CSU players, somehow comes away with it. A shot ends up happening. Free in front of the goal, poked around, and Tegan Rise again makes another save in the midst of absolute pandemonium in front of her own crease. Maybe even a couple saves there as the 34th and 35th shot of the night are taken by Colorado as we are at 9:09 to play here in the second period. Just about across the halfway point of this game. Colorado wins the faceoff. Great deke there by Desart that gets the Colorado bench to their feet. Sends a shot flying high and wide. Rallying to the puck, though, is Colorado, and it's kicked out of the bind by DePonio. Colorado still on here. Shot initially saved. Big collision in front of the goal. Colorado player goes down hard. She's able to get to her feet. Colorado State trying to break out, push down that right-hand side by Megan Johnston, but it beats her to the crease, and the icing is called here. Glad to see everybody get up from that big shot as DePonio clattered into the broad chest of Tegan Rise and fell flat on her backside. Rise standing up tall. And Rise with another save. Her 30, I believe actually her 30th save precisely as Colorado State wins the faceoff. And in the middle third, it's a one-on-one. Colorado State trying to find the puck. They cannot, as the captain, Kristen Perry, couldn't locate it before it's played back down into the Colorado State's defensive zone. CSU trying to clear their lines. McIver creating problems, though. And finally pumped down into the Colorado State defensive zone. Tracking back is Kieft. Kieft wins it behind her own crease. But now gives it right back to CSU, trying to make a 1-2 play happen is number 13. That is Clements, but Clements is crowded out on her own end. Kieft with those 2 goals plays ahead. And here comes Harriet Leeson. Harriet Leeson attacking, frail numbers for Colorado State, playing into that left-hand corner as players arrive for the ladies wearing white and black, but CSU also getting back. And now they'll try to break out as they win the puck back. And it's going to fall in the favor of Clements as she'll skate into the right-hand corner and control this one. Plays back into the middle. Numbers for Colorado State, but the shot fizzles wide of the right-hand post. One back by Colorado. CSU may be caught out here, but a last-ditch effort by Rita wins it back for CSU in the middle third. Now a quick shot blaring off the stick of Wengroth is saved. Still on for CSU here as we cross close to the 7-minute mark with 7:15 left to play. CSU backs out and dumps it behind the crease, and icing is called. One of the better sequences so far for CSU today. They actually created a couple troublesome shots, but Warrens had all the answers to the riddles posed by the Rams, and it remains 6-0. Another goose egg on the scoreboard as Warrens has shut out her last 2 opponents played here. Colorado reached the national championship game a year ago, lost in heartbreaking fashion. They're trying to get right back there and play for another national title in Dallas. A hard-hitting collision as Colorado's player was tripped and fell down. And a lot of the players and fans alike here are unhappy as DePonio was tripped from behind. A very dangerous play by the CSU player. And I'm going to get a look at who that was on. Maria King is going to have to come out and another power play on. 2 minutes coming up for the major foul with 7 minutes precisely to play here in the second period. Shot discrepancy 35-4 in favor of Colorado. One back, MacArthur takes the face-off, but it's quickly cut out. Making short work of that is Megan Johnson, and Megan Johnson trying to use her burners, speeding down that right-hand side, but found herself bodied by Hannafy, and now Colorado will try to do the same thing as Daly races down that left-hand side. It's like Churchill Downs right now as these two teams race around the rink. Played into the middle, great pass connecting with the intended target, and Dreyer had a shot, but doing the splits and spreading out was Tegan Rise, who made a very, very effective save there, trapping that one underneath her skate. And the 30th save of the night, actually 31st for Tegan Rise. And the power play continues, a minute 32 left on it for Colorado. CSU wins the faceoff, plays behind the crease, bouncing off the left-hand board. You hear the slap. Colorado trying to crowd it out and win the puck back and maybe create another offensive opportunity, and that they will do as MacArthur sticks it underneath the stick of Clements and finds a pass to Daly. Daly will cross the ice and had MacArthur, but she bobbled the puck away. Still on, though, for Colorado. Back down into the left corner for MacArthur, who flicks it on to Daly. Daly surveys and tries to purvey, laying it into the middle, off the stick of Hannafy, and a breakout opportunity. Colorado State player blows a tire, though. Kaylee Clements had eyes for the offensive third. Just got a little bit ahead of herself as she slips out from underneath herself, falls, and gives the puck right back to Colorado. And now it finds itself in the left-hand corner as 5 players vie for it. Finally won by Colorado, and to start, Kieft will look for that third goal, and that one screams into the glass. Still on for Colorado, though, as Neff, uncontested, has a wraparound shot, still on, in the back of the goal, but no official ruling. I think this will not be allowed as the stick of the goaltender was batted out of her hand. And now they're going to have a discussion. They've not put the goal on the board yet. Clock is stopped at 5:22 to go here in the second period. 22 seconds left on the power play for Colorado. They've been so effective here throughout the season and especially today. A 91% penalty kill and a 70% penalty efficiency when on offense. 11 seconds now as Colorado skates around the left-hand side. McIver dumps off behind the back. Nunnally has a shot saved. Rise with the left paw, able to dig that one out. Back out. Keith now Nunnally on the left-hand side, left corner. Back behind the crease for McIver. McIver looks for something, tries to square it. Can't find the target. Colorado State wins it back momentarily, but gives it right back as Desart wins the battle. Power play is over, and Colorado takes back over. But CSU is able to dig it out. Bouncing all over the place between skates. CSU with a nifty deke by Hurley is able to get by the original defender, but tracking back into the play was McIver. She wins it back for Colorado, and now it's going to find itself all the way back in the defensive zone where it has been so friendly for Colorado so far in this game. Bad effort there by Rise, put the puck in danger as a late arriving skater tried to square this one away. Initially, a squared off pass from MacArthur trying to find the target. Sticking her stick out was Rise and put it right back in the path of danger. She makes the next save though, and CSU gets the puck back. 4:03 left to play, 6-0 to score. It's going to be played down behind the goal of Colorado State, but no icing is called, and a terrible pass out of the back from Rito right into the path of a Colorado player. Daly, but now it's one back on that right-hand corner. Almost an amazing piece of dribbling from Clements, but right at the death, cut out by Hannafy, and Hannafy makes a good pass. Up ahead for Zumzile. Zumzile has a lash at it, just missing another save from Rise, and Colorado still on here with 3:32 left to go. Played across the center of the ice diagonally, finds itself with MacArthur. MacArthur has it saved by Rise, and another great save by Rise as Colorado State will try to counter. Ahead for Clements. Clements outskated though into the puck by Dreyer, and it won't matter anyway as icing is the ruling. The 39th shot for Colorado. New skaters coming on for both teams. Again, if you're just now joining us, a presentation on WCSN of Colorado and Colorado State. Peyton Gallagher here on the call for you, having a ball with it. Maybe the cost of my voice, though, at the rate this is going. Colorado not really giving me a chance to breathe as we currently stand, as Colorado State and Clements wins the puck back up into the center ice for Talone. Talone trying to take on defenders, and will do so unsuccessfully as she is beat to the puck by Desart, but gives it right back. Desart does. Talone has a blast. It's parried off, though, by Warren, who's been up to every challenge so far for Colorado, and she skates all the way out of her own zone there. Has a word speaking with Kristen Perry, and Perry will be put in the penalty box. She taps the glass, a 2-minute major on the Colorado State captain. Something happened there, I didn't quite catch it, but Warnes was certainly unhappy with what had gone down and had things to say to Perry, the junior defenseman from Houston, Texas. And now a double penalty as it'll be 3v5. As checking in to the penalty suite is Alyssa Schmidt. Colorado doing a little bit better job in this period, only conceding the 2 goals, but not any offense happening for them here so far. And now they try to sub on a 4th player here, which is absolutely not going to be allowed. And with 2:45 left in this second period, again, we're going to try and untangle the mess that's presented itself on the ice. Again, not quite sure what's going on. The Colorado State head man, Locke Miller, the 4th coach in program history, is trying to plead his case to the officials here.
Let's go, it's 11:30.
Miller wrapping up this conversation. Looks like the official is not going to budge on his ruling. Colorado State still has 4 skaters out there. And it will stay with 4 skaters out there as CSU is allowed to continue in this fashion, and Colorado wins the puck back off the face-off with 2:30 left to go. I wish I had a better explanation for what just happened. And another whistle shrills, stopping play once more. Colorado players who are on the attack, prowling, trying to find that next goal. We're unhappy that this was brought back, and I think icing is going to be the ruling there. Colorado making the argument that they were playing that pass with intent of chasing it down, and they weren't in the attacking zone. Or they weren't, rather, at the point of doing so. So it does not matter, though, as Colorado State will get a quick shot off the faceoff, one of the better opportunities as Kaylee Clements tries to square one up, but eventually falls into the path of Casey Nunnally, who has skaters to her left. If she wants it, Nunnally will take it herself. And coming out of the crease to make the save is, again, Tegan Rise, who's had 34 of those so far today. We're not even done with the second frame yet. 2:22 left on the scoreboard. 6-0 Colorado over Colorado State. Face-off won by the Buffs as Maya Neffs plays it across to Keefs. Keefs already scored 2 goals in the first period. Keefs looking for that hat trick. Now will play off to Nunnally. Nunnally trying to find her again on the give and go, but can't. Gets it right back, though, and passes to McIver. McIver skating around the left-hand side in the corner. Now McIver across the ice. Keith has a shot and just misses. Across the face of goal, and she can't hook up with the netting, but it is retained by Colorado as Nunnally takes it forward and now plays to her right, crossing across the blue line, and then brought back in as Keith takes it in and scores. Upper 90, hitting the jackpot is Keith, and that's Mora's 3rd goal of the day. An absolute mammoth performance from her and her squad as Keith makes it 7-0 in the dying embers of this second period, and Colorado State just has no answers. And a hat has been tossed in the ice of the gold variety.
Now you know where my agent is.
Piece of Colorado paraphernalia as the Colorado fans have traveled out here in pretty good numbers and making their presence felt as they are soaking in this one, having an absolute ball, and the Colorado State faithful on the other side, solemn-faced and silent. And they're still trying to chuck more hats onto the ice. And they finally succeeded. A black hat from the Colorado faithful is on the ice. The referee comes and collects that. Colorado just enjoying themselves right now. And that is put in the penalty box. I've got a feeling the man who threw that is not going to see that one again. Colorado will win the faceoff all the way back into the hands of Natalie Warnes, who just sits on this one and will stop play at 1:36. Now getting chippy between the two fan sections here as they're chirping at one another. 7-0. Colorado State saying watch your manners to the Colorado faithful. Collected in the back by DePonio on the left-hand side, brought ahead by Meslowski, who's had a pretty good performance in a get-back game for her after suffering a pregame injury that kept her out of the performance the other night versus Grand Canyon University as the puck is batted around in the central third and eventually controlled by Colorado. But then poked away by Johnston. Johnston still there, applying tacit pressure as Colorado wins it back. Colorado on the right-hand side at the blue line, trying to win the puck, batted around. Once more, Colorado State. It doesn't feel like one team has had 2 consecutive touches in the last minute or so, as we're under a minute now. Colorado finally wins it, pushing it all the way down to the back wall. And now they've got numbers as they attack with Zumzile, who gets on top of it and is now put in a pile. Zumzile emerges, though, and is just flat out tackled by a Colorado State player. I think the CSU player may have tripped, though, which resulted in no penalty call with 29 seconds left on the play clock. It's dumped back into the Colorado zone and off a deflection. Nearly found itself miraculously in the net. Good reaction save by Warnes. And now Colorado skates the other way. MacArthur by one with a sombrero. MacArthur shoots and scores! An absolute peach from MacArthur as she went coast to coast before putting it in for the 8th for Colorado with 10 seconds left to play in the period. And a couple fisticuffs threatened as Colorado State has a player in frustration come to the bench and throw her stick into the wall. I can't say I blame her. This has been an absolute catastrophe for Colorado State. 10.9 seconds left and the score 8-0. The second goal of the night for MacArthur, the assistant captain, who scored 4 here so far in the last 2 games. 3 seconds left, 2-1, and the horn will sound, finally bringing an end to a brutal round of hockey as Colorado adds another 4 goals to their lead. It's 8-0. We'll head to the intermission. 15 minutes left before we get the third period underway. Peyton Galler here on the call for you for WCSN. Be back with you shortly. third period action about to start back up here between Colorado and Colorado State in the semifinal of the WWCHL playoffs, as Colorado is inches away from punching their ticket to the championship game here tomorrow, which looks like will be a matchup between them and Midland, as Midland is out to a 3-0 advantage last time I checked on Arizona State on the opposite side of this facility, as Colorado controls the face-off with 19:55 left to go. Colorado already with a couple goal scorers with multiple in their satchel, as Keefs has already got 3 and a hat-trick to her name, as well as MacArthur with 2 on the score sheet as well. A lot of penalties for Colorado State have really hindered them scoring on the power play a bevy of times has Colorado been. And as CSU controls the puck and dumps it into the offensive zone, and Colorado retreats to grab it. CSU is shorthanded without their captain, number 14, Kristen Perry, as she has been sent out of this game for the remainder. Colorado State with the puck in the left-hand corner. Back out to the right, top-hand side before being played diagonally across the ice to the left corner and controlled by Colorado and Dreyer, who pushes this one, pumping it into the defensive zone of CSU. They are able to track it down, CSU is, though, before the icing is called here in the City of Lights. The brightest light today was this game, but it has turned out to be a duller contest than expected, as CSU has absolutely been lambasted in this one by the Colorado Buffaloes. Across the ice for Dolly. Dolly past the red line and now past the blue line, skating by one defender for Colorado State and behind the net and into the crease. Dolly still with it, Daly rather I should say, before passing off eventually to Ness, and now back to Daly. MacArthur on the right-hand side. She passes across diagonally into the corner, dumping it down behind the crease. It finds its way to the left side now. Back out ahead for Colorado State. And into the left corner on the opposite end as Colorado State tries to pursue it, but it's ended up in the hands of Dessart. And Dessart is going to skate by everybody into the offensive zone now by the last defender for CSU and into the boards behind the crease. She dumps it off backhanded to MacArthur, or should I say McCaver. And now for Nunnally in the right corner there. Nunnally emerges from the scrum. Nunnally passes well to Dessart in the left-hand corner. Dessart plays it off the boards. Too strong for McIver. And in the right corner, it's finally spooned out by Colorado State up in the air and into the netting, and that'll stop play. A face-off coming up here. 8-0 Colorado with 7 minutes and 23 seconds, or I should say 17 minutes and 23 seconds left here in the match. Colorado has had 42 shots to only 5 of Colorado State. And the puck lies dormant for a moment before being poked out by Colorado. After the face-off, it's brought ahead by number 19, Santelli. Santelli tries to square it off behind the net. A battle for it. Santelli sweeps in, coming in for the rescue before squaring it back again, trying to hook up with Maslowski. Maslowski putters it wide of the post, and it bounces off the right-hand board before being won back by Keefs, and Keefs gives it away to CSU. And Keefs bulls into the CSU player. They're tumbling and tangled back on the other end of the floor as Colorado State tries to advance it. Nothing malicious there as Keefs tripped over the skate of the CSU player that was in front of her and took her down. Keefs wraps back around the puck and gains it. Going by one, now two, into the middle of the ice. Passes ahead MacArthur. MacArthur looking for that hat trick, but closing the bridge was Mariah King and putting down that drawbridge of her stick and denying that from going forward. Now Daly wins it back on the offensive third, shoots and scores, and Daly puts it past a new goaltender, Sonia Benson, for Colorado State, as the freshman from Aspen is beaten on her first shot of the night. The night of Tegan Rise is over. Things going from bad to worse for Colorado State, as it's compiled once more and another goal for the Buffs. 16-13 left to play. Back out of the faceoff circle at center ice. Colorado had it for a moment but lost it. Colorado State trying to win it back and trying to save face just a little bit. Down 9-0. Maybe nick one goal. Feel a little bit better about yourself as their season is dwindling. Now 15 minutes left in it. 16, I should say. Unless something absolutely unforeseen and miraculous happens here. And they score 9 goals in the last 16 minutes. 15:45 left in it as CSU plays ahead. This time skating forward is Forsmo, or Seltzer. And now off the board finds itself with Clements, and now to the left-hand corner. Skating forward swiftly is Neffs. Neffs gives way to Nunnally. Nunnally down that right-hand side, passes McIver. Moving in tight formation is Colorado, but finally it's snuffed out by the Rams of CSU. Colorado State wins it back as it's fired into the crease area for CSU, but Colorado wins it back. Left-hand side now. Spinning past the defender is Hanafy. Hanafy passes to Maslowski, who has a shot from the left-hand side. It's saved by Sonia Benson, but still on for Colorado. Now Maslowski skating with an adeptness and precision pass 1, pass 2 on that left-hand corner. Just in the corner with it, moving around before finally passing out to Nunnally. Nunnally is smashed. Check that, Daly put on the ice. But Colorado still hangs on to a pass deflected off a skate. Colorado players hitting the ice everywhere. And a nutmeg goal as Benson was not ready for it, and it sneaks in between her pads. A shot from an unlikely angle that finds Patert. Another one for Colorado State as Caitlin Hanafy adds the 10th. Double digits for Colorado. Just about a fourth of the way gone here in the third and final period. And Colorado State is down 10-0 now. Outshot by 40, 45-5, the discrepancy in favor of Colorado. And they're not calling off the Dogs just yet as MacArthur pushes ahead. MacArthur puts one into the crease. Fended off by CSU though. Benson has looked shaky since coming on in relief of Tegan Rise. And an absolutely phenomenal goal as showing off an exhibition in precision is Daly. She lifted the puck up in the air before putting it in with the right. A half volley goal for Mariah Daly. She gets her own assist, and it's 11-0 just like that. The goal of the tournament, hands down, a Sports Center top 10 moment for Mariah Daly and the Colorado Buffaloes. Face-off is won by CSU. Pushed down into that zone. CSU still hunting for their first goal. Maura Kieft, already with 3 goals to her name, tries to find the hot hand of Daly, who flips it in to the attacking zone, but harmlessly so as it rattles around the boards, and Colorado will change their lines on here. Skating way out of the crease to glove this one is Natalie Warrens, the assistant captain. Warren's a 22-year-old who's seen her save percentage increase each of the last 2 years. The last season on their way to the national championship bid that Colorado received had a save percentage of over 92%. That's remarkable. Face-off won by CSU. Quick shot. CSU with an opportunity to score. Closing the door, you shall not pass, says Warrens, and a cacophony of stick taps from the Colorado bench, as another stupendous play is made by the netminder of the Buffaloes. McIver turns on it, pass back into the center third. Colorado attacking with fury now. Played back into the middle third. Colorado State bows up there for the time being as they change their lines. Chasing it for Colorado is Harriet Leeson. Not able to get on it though as Rita beat her to the punch. Johnston hits the ice as this is played across the center of the rink. before Colorado is able to wrap themselves around it and play it down this right-hand side. Big collision and maybe a fight coming up here as words are exchanged between McIver and Mariah King, who's found herself in the penalty box quite a few times already, and looks like she might be heading back. Another potential disqualification here, a power play coming up for sure, but this is King's third major now, and for the sake of competitiveness and for the sake of safety for Colorado, you'd think that maybe they want to keep Mariah out of this one for the rest of this game, but they're going to put on just a standard power play of 2 minutes as Colorado State goes down to 4. 12:29 left in this one as it's played diagonally out of the face-off. Colorado backing up with it. Dreyer now into the middle. Shot by Ness, and another goal for Colorado as a 1-2 for Mariah Daly. She scored the last two for Colorado, and it's now 12-0. Not much more to say. Colorado already with 4 goals here in the third and final period. And there's 8 minutes played. That's it so far in this third. So really laying it on, the most completely dominant performance in all facets you could ask for, and certainly the best performance by any team at this tournament in a knockout stage game. Colorado really showed up to play. Colorado State backtracking behind their own crease. Now trying to play it out. Off the skate of number 13, Clements, as she tries to attack. But eventually that attack is put to rest by Colorado. On the left-hand side now with Dreyer. Dreyer into the middle. New skater on for Colorado as Anya Weiss is on for the first time tonight. Colorado State with a chance to break out. Here comes Wengroth. Wengroth has a shot. Well covered by the goaltender, Natalie Warnes, though, and it's deflected wide. And Colorado breaks out the other way as it rattled around the boards. Trying to do it by herself is McIver. She'll shoot off the pads of Benson. Benson not ready to deal with the rebound, but it's scooped up by a lady wearing green and bails out the goaltender there for CSU with 11 minutes left to play here. Back out to the top of the zone. Shot wildly by